I'm gonna start multiplayer.
Waiting for connection.
All right, should be same IP as last time. If you need me to list it for you again, let me know.
Nope, I got it.
Cool.
If I remember correctly, I believe the next
Connection established.
map is a bridge map again.
Okay.
So it should be interesting.
So I've got the campaign selected. Let's both ready up. Okay, so let me just make sure we loaded the right one real quick.
Yeah, this is correct because we.
Well,
oh wait.
no, this is the start of the turn, so we need to go back real quick. Because it's asking us to execute.
Yeah, I see that.
So I think this was just saved under. I think it was just saved under battle. So let's try that real quick. No, this isn't it because I still have Vulcan's Sword. We definitely saved it before I went to bed. Let me just go find the save real quick.
I mean, if not, we only lost 2 battles. I'm not super worried about those 2, so. And if so, your audience will get to view an alternate history in which the last 2 battles did not happen.
Let's try this one
in
real
the
quick.
way that they originally did. Okay.
This one is correct because you control Vulcan's Sword, and
yep, this is it.
Yeah.
And the next map, yep. Okay, so this is good. All right.
Okay, so real quick, welcome back to our Last Stand Arnhem replay. I apologize for having to start the stream with some dead air, but we have a bit of a technical restraint with running the stream capture, the screen capture software, while we're also playing Last Stand Arnhem through Game Ranger. There's like a weird thing where for whatever reason, the computer thinks I'm smashing spacebar like a million times a second anytime I'm not in Arnhem, so like it messes with OBS, so I don't have fine control over it. But we're trying to get that figured out. One difference with tonight's stream, I'm now using push to talk, so I will be able to kind of elaborate on why I'm doing things I'm doing without giving Dave all of the wonderful ideas that breach of OPSEC allows for. So we are coming back to the battle at Human Bridge, which is going to be probably. I don't think I can hold Dave off for another turn here. I've got 2 machine gun teams and a couple rifle squads, and Dave is really going to try to take this bridge, but I'm also prepared to blow it at any time. So we'll see how it goes.
Thanks for telling me exactly what you're planning to do.
Yeah, well, Dave, I kind of just want to fuck you up. I've only got a couple guys left, so my Urzets have actually leveled up. They're like now at scene battle level experience, which is kind of funny considering 15 minutes have elapsed in their time between when we last did a truce and now. But let's get into it. I'm ready to hit next. Are you?
I need a few seconds. I'm ready now.
Okay. Well, we've got some guys.
Right, so this ended in a very... I haven't actually made much ground on this map and this is a credit to how you've done so far, so...
Well, I'm an excellent...
Well done.
I'm an excellent defensive commander, Dave, and actually, I was reading a lot about Market Garden this weekend, because I so badly wanted to get back to spending days of my life playing this game with you. That sounded sarcastic, but it's not. I absolutely love Last Stand Arnhem, and I love playing close combat with you. So it's I just have like an
endless... As do I.
Yeah, I have so much appetite for this. Okay. Ooh, yeah, you're gonna really try to cheese me up here. I can kind of tell that that's coming already. So,
I mean, I wouldn't say cheese is really what I'm going for here. I don't have a whole lot of ground to cheese with, so...
I don't have a whole lot of ground to cheese Dave. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready, Dave. Do your worst. So what we're doing here in this defense is I'm anticipating that Dave is going to set up in this block here, this dark area. So if he does, I don't think there's any way to get line of sight over these trees. Yeah, no chance. So is there anything I'm missing here? Not really. Yeah, this is kind of like he can't get on my island, so this machine gun is still going to be a threat. I'm going to try to hold on for one more turn. I doubt I'll be able to. I don't think two MG42s with the depleted ammo that they have will be able to hold off Dave, but I've got these two Urzit's rifle squads who hopefully will throw down. Because what I think is that Dave is going to have a bunch of guys in the road here, because he's going to think I've got a machine gun.
I think that accounts for everyone.
But in reality, I'm going to have Urzit's here, so
I
should have pretty good.
I feel like I'm missing at least a squad somewhere. Who the fuck is that squad?
Oops.
How do you do the mini-map?
F6.
Thank you. Yep, I am missing a squad, and there it is.
Hold on, I moved a guy for example purposes, and now I can't get him back.
Okay. Yep.
You know what? Good enough. We'll do that. That works. All right, I'm ready to go. Oh, that's right. It's a night battle. Okay, yeah. We're turn 3 is happening at midnight. So the next turn will be 6 a.m., but this turn is midnight. So this is the midnight to 6 a.m. phase of the campaign.
All right. Best of luck, Ross. Oh, wow.
Yikes.
Well, that was an accurate...
Yeah, he really gave you the business there.
Did indeed.
Wow, you're just gonna do this, huh? Boom! So Dave is doing a really good job smoking me off, obstructing my line of sight. Smoke doesn't block line of sight, but it does
only one thing to do
obstruct it
now.
pretty hard. So we're going to keep this going until my machine guns run out of ammo, which is probably going to happen before Dave runs out of guys.
Wow, this is incredibly ineffective. Glad you just slaughtered all those troops with basically nothing.
Well, Dave, we're gonna see if
Charge,
I run out
boys!
of. We're gonna see if I run out of.
Charge, boys!
If I run out of machine gun bullets before
Give
you
it
run
all!
out of guys.
Give it all you got! Over the top! Over the top, boys!
So
Oh,
Dave is doing probably not what he should be doing, but he's gonna get closer than.
Closer than I should.
My guys are pinned, so it's Oh shit! Yeah, he's gonna make it in. Oh fuck! The dramatic tension is just—it's unbearable. It's unbearable. got some really innovative tactics from the airborne here.
Ah.
Yeah, I
was
had
hoping
to.
I'd break your morale.
I had to. Yeah, I got the.
Very close.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
was well struck,
done.
well fought.
Killed a ton of my guys. I was hoping I would be able to just get away with a major loss of life and still have the bridge, but
Well, you've cleared the board
alas.
finally, so I mean it's you know, I mean this I
I
forget
did
what
actually
this
trial that out against the AI,
really.
and your results were far better, not surprisingly. So,
You know, I like
for
that
what
we're
it's
both
worth.
like running war games against the AI.
Also, if you're talking now, I can't hear you.
Oh, I like that we're both running war games against the AI because because that amuses me. That's the level of that's the level of competitive spirit that I demand.
Right?
This machine gun team should have a fucking Iron Cross. They got like 11 kills that game.
hmm Well, I
Yeah.
did just charge a nest, and I'm very disappointed because that smoke did very much nothing. But
Well, smoke doesn't
good for you.
always block line of sight, but what it does is it really tanks my chance to hit. So,
Apparently, not too much.
no, but like,
So,
I mean, if they hadn't had smoke, because I think the thing that you don't realize when you start playing close combat is just how much a single machine gun can hold down a front. Like,
hmm
a single machine
well,
gun can stop 5 teams pushing it. It's insane, and I had to surrender because I ran out of ammo. I ran out of ammo before you ran out of bodies.
well, here's the thing. It's like I've been on this board for too long. I should have taken out that machine gun nest, probably turn one, and just ignored the bridge because
Yeah.
uh, there was no way to capture the bridge without that nest gone. And lesson learned, I
Or you
guess.
could
But
have just taken one of the upper victory locations and just bailed off the board and come back and hit this with something else. But it's like your options for pushing a nest like that are to mortar the fuck out of it. But you have to have like mortars that are probably within range of the machine gun to be really accurate. You can try to over suppress it with your own machine guns, which I think you tried to do at the start. But like I could see you and I got the first shot off. But yeah, there's the only good way to push an entrenched machine gun is with a tank. I mean, realistically, that's
right.
why tanks ended World War One trench warfare.
Well, GG, you massacred a lot of my guys, and I still lost the bridge. So I think that went very well for the Germans.
Well,
So
I need to probably decide one of these bridges I'm not going to blow up. But yeah, I do. I mean, this is going to start repairing immediately because you control the supply dump. So it's not the worst for you.
all right, hitting next.
Okay. So this is a fresh battle group, and we haven't fought on this map yet. And just looking at the board, I don't love your deployment zone. Um, Actually, I don't know which deployment zone you're gonna get. So,
Yeah,
fuck.
that's the thing. If it if it does what it did last time, I could be in trouble.
Well,
So we're just gonna have to see.
yeah, we'll check it out. I don't have any force composition options, so I'm just gonna hit next and wait for you. Well, actually, let me look at what I got first. So, I've got a Zug troop that's actually very experienced. And you can see that they're experienced. They've got good morale.
Also, we did talk about a rule, a new gentleman's rule. Do you want to implement that? Because
Yeah, so Dave and I were talking this week at work, and one of the things that we have discussed moving forward is that we've added a third gentleman's rule to our list, which is that if your battle group contains the capability to have an armored vehicle, then you must advise your opponent of this. And this is, you don't have to tell them how many tanks you're taking. You don't have to take a tank just because you can. But like, if you have the potential to take armor, you have to kind of tell your opponent what kind of battle group you have. Because we were talking, and I think it's kind of stupid that like you have to sort of play the poker of like, well, should I waste a team slot taking a bazooka? You know, should I waste a team slot taking a Piat? Because in reality, these weapons would be on hand, and you would just be like, hey guys, grab bazookas. We hear engines, and you know, it's sort of a weird piece of like poker metagame that I don't exactly love about base close combat. So, Dave, I don't expect you to tell me which zone you're deploying in.
No,
Uh,
that would be the worst decision if I told you that,
that
right?
would be just absolutely
This is
horrible
tactically
OPSEC.
stupid.
Yeah.
That's one decision I will not make. So
So, I mean, I don't have like a ton of options here. My options are to try to just like guard this bridge if Dave deploys down here, and hopefully, hopefully, I mean, actually, I don't know. I don't know which I want because this blockhouse sucks, but at least it can see. Uh, so I don't know. We're just gonna guess that Dave is deploying down here, and if he deploys up top, I have some time to pivot my position, and if he doesn't deploy up top, well, you know, fuck. Um, can I see past this railing? No, I cannot. So, okay. Well, there's not really anything worth deploying down here, but I do kind of want to keep him from getting off this board. So if he gets... So tell you what, we'll do something kind of wild here. So I don't know how much time I have to... So I won't know what the bridge timer is till we start, Dave.
yeah, I figured. That's fine.
So since I don't think I have much of a chance, so I don't think he's gonna get here in time if he has to come from up here, unless I get a really long bridge timer. And actually, I might not have the option to blow this bridge. I don't really know yet, so I don't even want to click that because it might blow the bridge up. I'm gonna move this platoon kind of through the woods here and see if I can get them to kind of hit Dave's forces from this side of the road and use them as kind of a flanking force. If he's up here, I can always move around and kind of reposition. And if he's not, well, then, all the better. So this isn't bad. Let's see what this looks like here. This lets me really hit, like, this bank. But what's going on here? Yeah, we'll just do this. Fuck it. This might not be that smart, but I don't know how much these southern bridges matter. So kind of a meta comment on Dave's play. Historically, the Allies really, their objective was to go for Nijmegen Bridge. Oh, hey, Dave. FYI,
Yeah.
I can blow the bridge immediately.
Huh. Huh. Okay. Well, I appreciate the knowledge. That's kind of unfortunate. Have you figured out which side I'm on?
Well, I can see where you're smoking off buildings. So, in that sense, yes, Dave, I have figured out which side you are on. It didn't, and just, I'm assuming you can tell me, it didn't let you deploy on both sides of the board?
Well, I can't tell you if that, if you don't know, but yes, you're right.
Okay.
It's actually really frustrating because
Yeah, we gotta figure out why that is.
it's impossible to know ahead of time which side you're going to get. And I really wish there was an option to wait until you had both sides, because this is such a tactical disadvantage. It's basically like the whole reason I attacked with 2 battle groups, 1 from each side, was so I'd get this map situation, but because I knew this would be impossible to take otherwise. I guess there's a 0-second timer anyways. But,
yeah, I think it's like, this is actually a
very
pretty,
frustrating though,
pretty
so.
easy bridge to hold. So it kind of like...
But
I think this is a pretty easy bridge to hold.
I guess that's probably historical for this map, so
Well, so historically, you're kind of doing
I just
something a
need to
little
be
bit
aware of
odd.
that next time.
So historically, you're doing something kind of odd. in that you are going for the southern bridges when the actual 82nd Airborne went for Nijmegen Bridge directly. Now, I don't know that this is necessarily, like, right or wrong. Historically, 30 Corps was the one that took these bridges. The Airborne were concerned with Nijmegen. But,
Well, I think we have more battles ahead of us, so
yeah.
I think Nijmegen will also be a battleground soon enough. So
Yes, Dave, use all your smoke. So he's going to try to move this way. I don't think I really need 2 machine guns to cover these roads. I'm actually going to pivot these guys back south.
yeah, I kind of figured.
So I actually deployed a force on the other side of the bridge. Because I was planning to, like, hit you in the ass. Because I own one of the VLs over there. So I kind of knew which side you were on pretty quickly. So all my dudes are super winded right now.
What's that?
Because they had to run over from the other side of the bridge.
Oh,
So
I
Dave
see.
has used up most of his smoke here, pushing these buildings that obviously I wasn't in, and he is just blowing his illumination now. He may or may not be able to see these guys with how far away he is, but
Oh, how do you make the? Hold on, I got it. Ooh, it's an interesting line of sight issue. Ah, you do have guys there, do you?
so Dave just killed one of his own guys with friendly machine gun fire, and he thinks I shot his guy, but he just shot his own guy. I'm gonna tell him that. Hey Dave, I got some bad news for you, buddy. You know that
Let's
guy
hear
that
it.
just died? Yeah, that was friendly fire.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm serious. That was friendly fire. You can have that happen.
Wow, that's embarrassing for the British.
These are the Americans, bud. Get it?
Yeah. Yeah, good point. They are the Americans, aren't they?
Schondorf needs to get off the donuts. He's still winded. I'm not a huge fan of that. Alright, we've got guys
All right,
crawling up here.
Stop.
This is why I'm on ambush right here, because we want to get him kind of crossing open ground before we got to get him kind of here, because if he's here, he has some defilade to work with. We're gonna get these Urzits up here. I kind of want to get them. You want to truce it out, buddy boy? I'm gonna hang on to this bridge, man. I'm gonna hang on to this fucking bridge. You better believe that. Oh shit, I didn't think you could see me there. So we're gonna let Dave just run his machine gun on ammo. He saw these guys briefly, but you know, hopefully Bergman can recover from being coward here. He's certainly in range of the Zug troop, and this mortar fire is pretty inaccurate. Hopefully it doesn't last for too much longer. We've got an injured guy in this team, and I've got a guy who's panicking. At least my gunner isn't the one that's coward, it's just one of the assistant loaders. Or it's the assistant team leader. So... But those mortar rounds will run out pretty soon here. So... Dave should really be pairing this fire with his attack. But look, I've already got a body on the board, so... Sorry, Dave, I feel weird not talking to you.
That's okay. Yeah, this is really annoying. It's like I gave up my entire, like, tactical mobility by not being able to do what I was planning to do, so... It's a little frustrating, but...
So Dave has kind of blown his load. I mean, he's taken a lot of spots from me, but he doesn't have, Ooh. Well, can't have that. command squad here is in this trench. I actually kind of overextended. I didn't realize what good suppressive fire that Dave was able to put on me from these buildings. So he may carry the day, and I may be forced to blow this bridge. I didn't have a lot of options to defend it from this side, though, so... we're gonna try a flanking attack. It's the sort of desperate thing that might work. My machine gun is now out of ammo, so we're going to withdraw them so that they can survive another round. I might just get Dave on time at this point.
Wow, I cannot kill this one unit for the life of me.
This guy's about to be out of ammo here. I might just try to sneak him backwards. He's gonna try to sneak backwards. I'm hoping Dave just doesn't have enough time to push forward because this defense is defeated. I have no ammo left on either of my machine guns. My one machine gun team is badly injured. They're just trying to get into this ditch so they can survive to the next round. My only hope is that I can push to kind of the next...
Alright, well... I'm out. You want to keep going, it's up to you.
Well, you've still got guys over in my lines here, so... Dave, I'm gonna give you a little advice here. I want you to contemplate something. I probably shouldn't help you out, but what are you not hearing right now?
I don't know. What do you...
German machine gun fire, Dave. You're not hearing any German machine gun fire. Why ever would that be? Because I'm out of ammo, Dave! You've run me out of ammo.
In Deckung bleiben!
This ain't over yet. And you've actually picked up a lot of ground on this board. I'm trying to hold on to this bridge. I don't want to blow it up. So, like, I'm gonna try to hold you for a board, at least. Yeah, I just lost an officer.
Well-
That wasn't good.
Damn.
And my Zug troop is now a half team, so that was definitely not worth the push. Okay, I was able to take out this platoon HQ though, so that's worth it. At this point, let's just all in on these guys.
Take cover! Taking fire!
Really doing what I can with the Urzat squad that I have. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Ha. Is my assistant leader still alive at least? No, he's not. So my commander's dead. I actually have no squad leaders left alive. Hoping I can get them on time. But I've lost all but one of my machine gun teams, so my goal is just to delay them here for a turn. I should have put the Urzats in this building and taken the The Allies actually have worse morale than I do. So, 18 seconds, boys.
Wow, this did not end well.
GG, bud.
Huh, I couldn't even get either of those two. I actually missed it on the way up.
Well,
Wow.
you managed to kill my machine gun team at the end, which means that, like, if you had not done that, the next time we played on this board, it would have been, like, pretty much a repeat. But you killed one of my machine gun teams completely. And those are the guys that ran out of ammo. I should have moved them out of that blockhouse, but for some reason I thought I'd be able to see you pushing up, but I realized now I didn't have any line of sight to you. So, yeah, as always, the machine guns teams did really well. Seeger, I don't know why he doesn't have like an iron cross or something, but he really, really crushed it out.
So the disappointing thing is that even though I had those two different
You did kill
battle
my
groups.
commander, though.
Yeah, but even though I had two different battle groups, it didn't give me the option to bring in more. I think that's because one of them is faster than the other group.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how multiple
The
deployments work.
annoying thing, though, is that like I think that it's like one of them got there first, so they attack, and that's why I can only really attack from one side, is the logic. And then I see that there's some grayed out slots that I would be able to take next turn, but I couldn't this turn.
Mhm.
So I didn't really have a whole lot of infantry mass either. I mean, I had squads, but to push across that field was a little tough. And
Yeah.
I also really just needed that second deployment area. So, but all's fair. So that's what it is. So
So I've got a situation here where I've got two battle groups, and I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. Because I think this is that same city section we fought over last time, and I'm reinforcing them with a unit of Panzergrens. But I don't really know that I wanted to do that, because I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to take, actually, when this comes about, Like, I've got two battle groups on top of each other, so we'll see.
all right, let's see.
Alright. So what we have here is we have
So I
a
hit
bunch
next.
of armored cars. Okay. I'm gonna need a minute here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Ugh,
these are not
I
the
wish this-
things that I want for this board.
I wish something, but I'm not gonna say it until afterwards.
What do you wish, buddy?
Like I said. Yikes. Yikes. Ooh.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I don't know what the difference between these things is. So, Dave, ooh boy. Are we ever gonna have one heckaroony of a match? Yeah.
We'll see why, I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so stacking battle groups, I don't think it quite works the way I thought it did. I would have been better keeping the original battle group, so we'll see how this goes. I've hit next.
Okay, when you say that, does it affect any of our
No,
previously
so just to let you know, I
assigned
do
rules?
have the ability to take armored vehicles with this
Okay,
battle.
all right. Because you did last time, I just wanted to know
Oh,
if that
wait.
changed
Oh,
it.
shit. There's a tab I didn't see. Fuck. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, I clicked
Tell
on the
me.
wrong thing. There's like a thing in the battle group screen I should have clicked on that I fucking
For like
didn't.
multiple battle groups, right?
Yeah. Shit.
I was not okay. So tell me, because I'm not aware of this either. What do you
Um,
mean by that?
okay, so you know over in like the spreadsheet column of like where all your shit is? Where it's like, here's all
Right.
the things that you can take, right? So there's like a second tab there. And it was gonna let me click on that.
But I don't think it'll let you take anything new. Is my
I
understanding.
don't know. I like saw it after I clicked go. So
Yeah, I don't. Interesting.
how do we want to do this? I think we want to do this way. You guys are gonna go here. You guys are gonna go here. Yeah. And then we're just gonna try to hold on to this board without getting kicked off of it.
Not sure I like that. Not at all. Not at all.
So I've got a bunch of these armored cars. I don't really know what they can actually, like, what they're good for. I know Dave is gonna have at least a couple AT teams, so I'm a little bit, like, sketched out by this. I'm wondering if I should pull back to a different location, because he's gonna just get into these buildings, and that's gonna be curtains for Uncle Rossi. Yeah, I can't hold this block. I have to try to hold this block. So these look like they each have a machine gun and some sort of cannon. These should not be in an urban environment. It's gonna be a miracle if I hold on to this. You ever realize you fucked up, Dave? You ever realize you fucked up real bad?
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
So how much? How badly?
Well, I suggest you deploy everyone in the open right by that fountain at the center, and then we should be, like, you know,
Square.
we should be square. All right, I'm as ready as I'm going to be. So, fuck it. Wait, no, I'm not.
I think I got everyone. Yep. Yeah, same. GG.
Oh, it's a night fight.
GL.
Don't GL me, Dave. Don't patronize me like that.
In position.
I can just hear the sneaky airborne troops. You took 10 Piat teams, and I can hear the sneaky airborne troops just creeping into position. What's your plan, Dave?
I definitely don't have that many available to me, so. Oh, interesting. Interesting.
What's interesting, Dave?
Interesting. I did not expect that.
What can you even see? What are you contemplating?
Befehl ausgeführt.
Need to figure something out.
Feind gesichtet.
Ooh. Wow. That's frustrating.
Feind gesichtet.
You ever have a feeling of like a bunch of British paratroopers are about to murder you? I've got that feeling, and I've got that feeling real bad.
Well, I see some things I don't necessarily like.
Explain these things to me, Dave. What are they?
Just can't really do anything about them. Oh, wow. I should probably do that.
Dave, stop it with this psyops shit. It's too effective. I can't handle it. I can't handle the mind games. So Dave has got a squad up here, probably. He's got a squad in here, probably. He's got a squad in here, certainly. The question is, how far is 30 meters really? And that's one I don't have a good answer for. But we're about to find out.
No. Ah! Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry for the coarse language stream audience. Units that sneak outside of their building when I tell them to sneak into the building. So
Okay,
let
so
that be a lesson to the paratrooper who is a fucking idiot.
we just spotted a Piat team, so we know that that is on the menu. So we're gonna get this guy out of here, much as I'd like him to stay.
Also to you.
Well, that sounded effective. Okay, I don't know if I got everybody in there. I probably didn't. But I'm hoping I at least fucked up that Piat team. Well, you know what? Let's not assume. Let's just get you up here. That MG42 is getting low on ammo.
Befehl ausgeführt.
Sorry, Dave. I saw that Piat team briefly, so I repositioned all my vehicles.
Neue Position erreicht.
For what it's worth, you did
Clever,
make
clever.
me reposition all my vehicles, so that is hopefully something.
Would have been nice. See, the problem with the Piat teams is like they're mandatory, but they're no substitute for armor.
Yeah,
As
I
we all
mean,
know.
it's one of those things where like I'm not really gonna come get you because I don't quite have the mass to do that. So you got to kind of try to push me out of the city, and like it's a very strange game once you're in Arnhem because your goal is actually to push south and take the bridge. This sector doesn't really have any value, so it's like this sector is valuable because it's a buffer between you and the bridge, but since I control the bridge, as much as I'd like to push you out, I really can't. Like, there's no way for me to do that. So, because I'll just let you in on a secret. This battle group has quite a few armored cars, but I really do not have very much infantry at all. So, I'm not going to tell you exactly how much, but I've got only a couple teams of infantry to cover the entire board, and then I've got, you know, the platoon of armored cars I have.
Man, I have a very disappointing thing going on right now, and it's
We'll see if Dave's Piat team is still in that building. I have a lot of these that I can replace with, so
God, brutal. Jesus.
Yeah, there's not really any positions I can take here.
Neue Position erreicht.
Guys, oh my god, I'm giving them an order to do something and they're kind of going the exact opposite direction.
They're probably panicked. They don't. I mean,
Which is
they don't always follow orders, so
par
it's
for the
like,
course with this game, but
sorry, Dave. You wanted to play as the Allies.
yeah, this map sucks.
I mean, for what it's worth, this is like historical. Or historical-ish. I mean,
Wow.
you can also just truce it out if you don't want to push me anymore. Because I'm not going to push you, I have no ability to.
This is the most frustrating line of sight. Got nothing, Ross. Got nothing.
I'm sorry, dude. Well, how far can you throw a gammon bomb, I guess is the question. I think every one of your squads has a gammon bomb, so...
How does that work? Is it like a satchel charge?
Basically, yeah. It'll blow up like a light tank like this, so you can get... These I've just got a bunch of armored cars, that's all this battle group is just armored cars, and a couple,
Tanks.
a couple SS scout squads, some of which have MGs, so... I don't have any tanks in this battle group.
You did last game.
Yeah, it's covered. I covered it with this battle group, so it's like Dave, am I your white whale?
Yeah, right now.
I played Dustin this morning. I beat him. It didn't feel very good because he had a really depleted gang, but he was
Oh, you
going...
were back this morning?
Yeah, I drove back really early this morning. So,
Gotcha.
was he was the only person that didn't have a game. He actually got pretty close. He's like such a dangerous opponent. I always get really nervous playing Dustin just because he's so fucking good. And like he had 4 models on the board and he still like had a chance to the end. He got me to bottle. I bottled out. I had 1,000 gang rating on him and he got me to fail a bottle check.
Wow.
Yeah, the 4D chess that Dustin plays is so intense. It's I was right to target him first. That was almost like game 1 was the only one where I had a chance. I did beat him, but it's just kind of like. And then I got to play Jeff, and Jeff's entire gang can see in the dark. So, do you want to truce it out? Like, if you're done pushing, we can truce. I'm not trying to force you to truce. I just like, I don't know if you're just staying put.
I'm not staying put, but there's some frustrating things going on. So I don't know if this is. I don't know if I can move too much.
All right, I will.
Just give me a few minutes, I guess, and I'll truce it if this fails.
No, I mean, take your time. This is your battle to fight.
Oh my god.
I'm just like.
This doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Is there anything I can help you with?
No, it's just the game, a really annoying game mechanic thing.
Oh, wow. I know what you were mad about.
What a failure.
I know what you were mad about. You didn't want me to move that armored car. My spidey sense was tingling. I'm like, Dave's probably gonna kill this guy. He's probably gonna kill this guy, huh? I should move. There's only 3 minutes left on the timer. I know this.
So you actually
annoying.
got really lucky there. I had a Payat team very close to your vehicle, and I've been spending the last 5 minutes trying to maneuver them where they wouldn't say can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you just got really lucky, and I wasted the entire turn basically. So
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't know. I didn't see your Payat team. I just was like, I had a sense that tank was about to die. So I just moved it, and apparently I moved it at just the right second. So.
this whole game has just been the frustration of really bad line of sight issues.
Yeah, that's city boards for you.
I really... Yeah, these Pia teams are just trash.
Did you take like 3 of them?
Just absolute trash.
Holy
Wow.
shit, you took the
This
Velp
is just
exit.
embarrassing. I can't tell you how many rounds that I have just wasted on these shit troops. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Wir sichern das Gebiet ab.
This is embarrassing.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Do you know how many times they
lot.
missed?
Yeah, quite a lot.
You probably saw that.
I
but
did see that. I was like, wow, you have
Jesus
more
Christ.
Piats than I thought you did. So,
I think all of my Pia teams, I'm just going to execute them because they missed at least 4. Like, there could have been 4 dead vehicles on this map.
no tea time for you. Yeah. Towards,
So-
I mean, I don't know how much of that was RNG.
Sorry, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
to push the tone.
I don't know how much of that was RNG screw and how much of that was just like you maybe didn't have very good shots because I wasn't looking at your screen, so like I don't know what the deal was. I find bazooka teams fail at the worst times, but they don't constantly fail. You know what I mean? Like you do
I mean,
get
there were
kills with them.
7 shots fired in this round.
Okay.
And you probably saw some of the explosions around your vehicle, but they were off by like a million miles. And some of that might just be firing at night, but even so, it's embarrassing because they're so close. Like literally, like that one at the end there, twice within 20 meters. Like can't even at night can't hit or can't miss. But these guys are horrible. So, yeah, I guess I learned something from that. But at least
Sorry.
I managed to take some ground
Yeah.
for what it's worth.
Hit next so we don't crash here. I'm gonna save the game real quick. Battle. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I mean it's they're a struggle. It's like I think part of it might have been at night. I don't really know what the night mechanics do to be honest, but I think you're about to be on the right end of the night mechanics, so for whatever that's worth. All right, so we have German infantry battle group under Commander Stabsführer Helle, and these are the Dutch SS. The 3rd Battalion Wachten Dutch SS under Kampfergruppe von Tettau. I can't say any of this shit, so we're just going to call these the Venga Boys because, I mean, the Venga Boys, I'm not going to say they're Nazis. I'm just going to say that, like, look, you know, there's an efficiency to the way that they create a beat. So, this is a big battle group. I got a lot of reserves, but my cohesion already is not starting very high, and they have very poor training. So, I've played this map against Dave on a night map before. It did not end particularly well. We're going to try it again, see how it goes.
All right, let's do it.
I gotta still, like, select my group. What the fuck? I've got, like, a Civil War cannon. This is awesome. I don't even think I could use this, but I'm taking it. What the fuck is this?
What is it called? I mean, you can
it's-
tell me after if you want.
It's
but-
called a 3.7 centimeter IG-152 light infantry gun, and it's literally a Civil War cannon. Yeah, we're taking that. It's not going to be good, but we'll take it.
It's going to be the MVP watch.
Netherlanders ersatz. I love it. I have 27 squads of them. They have no training. They're just untrained units. They cost 4 points. Oh, actually, this thing's kind of expensive. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, what am I really gonna do? There's not a lot I can put in this group. Alright, I'm gonna check out my soldiers real quick. Yeah. So fun fact, unlike in my other more fun groups, uh, the like Zug troop leaders in this formation, don't get anything good. They don't get like an MP40 or anything. So I'm pretty salty about that, to be completely honest with you.
That is actually pretty annoying.
Yeah, it's like they only get a
Sucks.
pistol, which is fucking dumb. And it's stupid, and it's dumb, and I don't like it.
I concur.
Whoa, whoa, this is what I wanna do. Whoa, whoa, let's have some fun. Whoa, whoa, all I want is
Oh, wow.
me and you. Whoa, whoa, boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the Dutch SS's theme song. It's probably an old World War II marching song.
I want to believe that's true.
I mean, it's not about a woman in the red light district. It's about, oh, this is fun. If you put units underneath the little like red and white gates, the gate goes up for them. What a stupid detail. Why did they add that?
I'm sure that like they wanted to have that one animation when your tank goes down the road and somebody raises the thing, and then like I'm sure that was a big deal. They probably spent a lot of time doing that
Probably
because all the other
half the budget of this game is in that.
everything else is static, and that's the only animation probably. They like had an
Yeah.
explosion animation that they took from last game and all that. So
Line of sight in this game is so fucking weird.
yeah, agreed. It's frustrating.
Yeah, man, I'm a little concerned about my options on this board. I guess my goal isn't really to kill Dave, though. My goal is just to sort of like... Yeah, I'm gonna be a minute yet, Dave. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, wait, this is a meeting engagement. This is completely different from the last battle we fought.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I for some reason I thought the light gray was...
Me. Yeah. No. I think yeah, because I moved back into this sector, and I think we got like I think it depends on the speed of the group or the cohesion or something, but you got here at the same time, so
Well, prepare to get fucked up by my Civil War cannon. All right. I gotta figure out what my like my groupings are gonna be here. This is a pretty pathetic battle group, but it might be able to do the job. Okay. Yeah, Dave, this is gonna be a minute. I've completely not been deploying to like the game we're playing, so.
sure, no problem. I kind of foresee. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. To be honest, I shouldn't really even be on this map, but the game kind of thinks that I should be.
Why?
Per the Well, because these zones, it's saying that you should defend them until the second airdrop comes in.
Oh, it actually tells you that? Okay.
Well, it actually does, and it says that's what your objective is. However, historically, they didn't win in this campaign, so I think following the historical objectives is probably not the best solution.
Well, I think what happens if you don't stay here is that if I move a unit in here, which is what I was going to do, then you basically have to deploy out of a pocket into my unit. Whereas you at least
Right.
get a meeting engagement here. And
Right,
you
I
can
was kind
potentially
of-
control the exits. I'm going to be really... Dave, I'm going to be honest here. Please don't kill my Civil War cannon. I just...
To be honest, I'll bet it's going to be the MVP. I can just see it now.
I just wanted to
This
shoot a
thing's
bunch
gonna
of grape
fucking
shot
murder
at you.
all my guys with like a Gatling gun or something,
Wouldn't that be
or whatever
cool,
the
though?
fuck it has. I know.
Okay, seriously, though. Okay, I gotta, like, buckle down and actually deploy here.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are going here. Let's organize platoons now. So I've got a Zug troop here, a squad of grenadiers, and a machine gun. You guys are gonna just try to get down to, like, here. I've got another grenadier with an MG, another Zug troop, and you know what? You guys can go over here. You guys can all try to move this way. Company troop.
Here, don't hit start for a minute. I have to. I'll be right back.
So Dave's gonna come up out of here, and he's gonna have to try to cross these roads. He will probably get up here before I do, but he might not. So what's my actual strategic objective here? I basically just want to... Okay, I want to get this house. This is what I want. So let's move this guy, because the thing with this board is this board doesn't need anything but this house. Like, this house is so dominant on this board, and we're about equidistant from it, but hopefully I can kind of get some enfilade fire on Dave if he tries to cross anywhere other than through the forest. My ultimate goal here is going to be to just kind of keep him on this board. These Dutch troops are really poor.
All right,
They're
and I
not
am back.
professionals. And I think I'm ready to deploy. I've got to look at the map, and I kind of know what I'm going to do. So I'm ready to hit
Okay.
begin.
Cool.
Good luck, Dave.
Good luck.
So one of the things you're going to see right away is that Dave's guys are faster than mine. These guys are not just, like, badly trained, but they're also physically inferior. Because, like, paratroopers are super elite. Oh, fuck. See how they're running on the road? Not what I want. So, for those of you watching at home, all of these roads are going to kind of serve as sort of breaks in the terrain here. Oh, that's great line of sight with the Civil War cannon. I mean, that can just see everything. No idea what kind of range it has, though. Oh, cool. You can go inside the gliders in this game.
Yeah, that's neat.
Here's the thing, Dave. I don't think you realize the quality of the troops you're commanding. And maybe when we switch sides and do this in a little while...
That gun! That gun!
What the fuck? How can you even see me?
Oh, I thought you killed me. Oh, shit. Actually, I don't know how you got there so fast. Wow, that unit did not go where I wanted. That's... Oh, wow, another unit did not go where I wanted either.
You're shooting at me. How can I not see you? I've illuminated you. You're shooting at me. You have a recce jeep? That's awesome. I want a Jeep. Civil War cannon, go!
Wow.
Civil War cannon, go!
Oopsies.
Boom! Civil War cannon!
Well, that Civil War gun is just took out that vehicle.
Incoming!
How did you actually get there so quickly? Damn, you guys are hoofing it.
So you can see how poorly trained these Dutch
Holy
are,
shit.
because even as they're moving across the map, half of
I'm
these squads are
actually in trouble here.
totally separated. You big beautiful Civil War cannon. Don't ever reveal your position.
And you failed as usual.
So these Dutch troops, we're gonna get one of these guys here, try to fire down this road. One of these squads here, try to set up a defensive axis there. Yeah, it's a shame this Zug troop is destroyed though. Dave is starting to get down on his boys. You can't ever do that.
That gun!
Come on, Civil War cannon, let him have it. Shit! Oh fuck, you're here.
Sergeant!
Assuming that they failed to. Yep, they did. You were complaining about your guys being too slow, but they literally got them before I did.
Well, we'll talk about what happened after. We'll talk about what happened after the battle. There's some things you might not realize going on.
Sergeant!
Wow, you have a huge force.
Veldweber!
Take
this machine gun, to explain, this machine gun here is holding down this road intersection. Well, I am desperately trying to make sure I don't lose this house. So I'm pivoting my company commander here. I just heard a McSheezen, which is a we surrender. Damn! Killed my captain.
We zijn bezig.
Lieutenant!
I got a lieutenant.
We geven ons over.
Entering corpses off, so he's still alive in here. Very few. Keep pushing, boys.
Kom terug.
Brutal.
Yeah, Dave, this is an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
You're under heavy fire.
Dat kan. We liggen onder vuur.
Okay, this squad is starting to take some attention to mortar fire here. We've got 11 minutes left in this fight, though. This is not anywhere near being done. I'm afraid I'm gonna rout before Dave does, cause fuck yeah, we're not taking that house. Dave wins the house. We gotta focus somewhere else.
Take cover!
Dave has managed to kill every fucking team leader I have, of course. Alright, we've lost the house. Dave, this is an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah.
Onder vuur. Egels.
Take cover!
Wow. That was almost friendly fire right now.
Schmidt is heroic, but I think he just died. These are the scenarios where the fact that you have airborne troops ends up becoming really, really significant.
Veldnemer. Koppelaar. We zijn bezig.
I've got to try to rush these guys.
Onder vuur.
Okay.
Must have routed me just before I routed you.
Yeah, no, it
Or-
says both
oh,
sides
no.
were exhausted.
Okay, yeah.
I'm satisfied with that. I had a deeply inferior battle group to you, and you inflicted far more casualties on me than I inflicted on you. That farmhouse fight was brutal, but that's where like the difference between airborne and whatever these like garbage Dutch levies comes in. Like your guys got in that house, you were badly outnumbered, and you killed like 12 dudes with 3 of them. So
So did you have trucks?
no, I didn't have anything. I
So
just
how did you get there so quickly, I guess?
I ran straight down across open ground. The problem, and what I said I'd tell you about later, was that since my troops are so poorly trained, they're not only unathletic, but they also lose cohesion very, very rapidly. So what happened was my squads were all like separated by the time they got down, and they wouldn't accept any orders. So they like all ran there, but by the time they ran there, they like were like, "Oh, where's my sergeant?" Which is what caused that to happen. So the Venga boys really need a Venga bus. And
But I guess as a comment, your guys, for being unathletic, ran almost as far, if not farther, than my own.
I mean, I
Like
think we got to the farmhouse at pretty much the same time.
So I would say that I think they're probably modeled as the same speed, but maybe they lose cohesion. That be
Speed is
fair?
a function of strength. And I can look at my soldiers here. My soldiers have
'Cause
like very low strength. They were all winded by the time they got there too. So it's like
yeah.
you also really
I think
chewed up my force. My Civil War cannon though was the MVP of the board.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was really, again, this was you were able to deploy. I think I had misunderstood your deployment zone because you were actually able to put that on basically right on the rail tracks.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I guess I had it in my head that you would be having to move that up. So I stupidly rushed that Jeep in to try to get it like underneath or behind the rail lines, but you were already like firing at it. So that was a pretty stupid move, and my mortar
Well,
couldn't hit it. So
you captured the 3-story house though. That is the most commanding position on the board, and that's what I made a beeline for. So like I can kind of hold you here, but I can't take this board anymore. So this will be interesting. I'm gonna hit next. Okay, I think we're back to
we're on the next
main turn.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Dave Ross, GC, turn 4. So I had a number of reinforcements come in on this turn. You might want to look around and see if any battles have occurred. Yeah, I've got a lot of guys that came in this turn. So okay, so right now, let's think about how we want to handle this here. Yeah, Dave, I'm gonna take a minute here. I got quite a lot of things I need to move. So
Very interesting. Oh, can't do that. No idea what's in there, so I should do that.
the hell are these? Kriegsmarine?
Oh, right. Can't do that. Okay, what makes sense here?
I think this is Panzer. Flying horse.
Might
Okay.
not make sense.
Alright, let's break this up into sectors. I need to do Eindhoven, Nijmegen, and Arnhem. I finally got some support. It's the dawn of the second day. How are we going to do this? Both Viegel Bridge and St. Odin Road are both intact. The big thing that I need to do is... So I'm going to be attacked in Eindhoven down here. There's no way I can get reinforcements into Eindhoven because these bridges are blown, so... You know, that's just going to be its thing. They're going to have to go around Netterwetten, but we can make sure these bridges don't get repaired, at least for a couple turns. And hopefully stall for these guys to come on. Yeah, that's actually a tank regiment, so that's excellent. Uh, so, um, yeah, this is a Fallschirmjäger group, and I might push them onto Vigal Bridge because, well, let's see. What's Dave gonna do here? He is gonna need to come up this way. So we are gonna throw the Fallschirmjäger in Uden to, or should we get them up to Ravenstein to try to defend that? Because that would be this turn, and it would put this here. Yeah, yeah. Phew, I don't know that I want to give up that easy though. But yeah, you're not going to get a lot of reinforcements for several turns, so I think you got to do something to try to control the Ravenstein Bridge. Because this is also being actively repaired, so you've got to stop.
That doesn't make sense.
So I need to move you north to well, I mean I don't need these cities.
Don't have a choice.
That's the thing. I'm just gonna try to control the supply dumps down here as much as I can. Yeah, I'm really torn on how to approach this. I guess let's just focus on attacking the supply dumps, because next turn there's no way he can get into Helmand next turn. I'm gonna take that. Yeah, hold Guilders. Get up to there. This will be a northern fighting map. I'd like that. I need you to get up to Oss, because I need you to go protect the Ravenstein Bridge and potentially take a Grave Bridge. Now for this counterattack. We got to try to get some infantry into Grosbeak Heights. And that's going to be you. Only attack there. I don't know if these are smart moves. I guess I haven't thought this part through very well. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to just put Hela back up here. They've kind of done their job. I need these guys to stay here and engage. So shifts him. He's gonna move this way into Hevadorp. Are these guys just totally untrained? Yeah,
Made my moves.
I need a minute yet here. So Reinhold can just stay on Westervert. We need to hold the Arnhem rail bridge. So it doesn't make sense to have both of these in here. These are both basically the same formation, huh?
Did you save it too?
Oh, I can't go here from there? What the hell? Yeah, I saved it. Hold on. I'm realizing that there's not an exit where I thought there was an exit. Yeah. We're gonna spread out and try to do some work here. Let's leave them at Wolfhees. Yeah, making some pretty bold moves. I got to assign. Did you assign your support, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I haven't done that yet.
I don't like the amount of red I see on the board right now.
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. I gotta figure out how to move here.
Well, I think if that previous battle has shown anything, it's that the whole paratroopers standing off with like playing guerrilla warfare with Pyatt in the streets sort of thing is not happening. And that's kind of like the whole thing that I'm supposed to do. So I'm a little concerned that I'm supposed to hold out with that for like 15 more turns. Uh,
Well, you haven't even taken Arnhem Bridge. Like,
well, I know, but like, even if I had, like, I still have a force that's incapable of inflicting any damage to your armored units, apparently.
well, I don't know. I wouldn't.
So we'll see
Stress
how it
too much.
goes,
Yeah, we'll
but
see how it goes. I probably just really assign. Everybody watching is just groaning, seeing how I've assigned my support. I'm gonna hit execute. All right. So we're gonna fight in Eindhoven. We've got a meeting engagement in Schindel. We've got a meeting engagement in Oss. I was able to correctly interpret that you were going for Ravenstein Bridge and intercept you. I'm just going to pat myself on the back for that. We've got a number of fights in Nijmegen. Ooh, I should have moved Gravener into Beek.
oh, weird. I That's really weird.
What?
So, did you, just out of curiosity, did you the human bridge, did you have a unit that appeared there?
No, I moved a unit into it.
How were you able to do that? Like from where, I guess?
So
'Cause
I had units that showed up in Mook, Greifwagen, Grosbeek, and Weiler.
Did it let you move from Mook into there?
Yes.
That Okay, I see why.
It didn't let me move from Mook into Grosbeek Heights.
That
So
is
I
weird.
could only attack here.
Wow, that's frustrating. I
Okay.
actually moved into the other area to stop and delay your advance back towards the bridge. So, okay, all right.
Yeah, we're gonna take Brinkman out of the city. I don't think he's gonna fight particularly well. We're gonna try to get. I don't really care if Dave holds Northern Arnhem. It has no value. So like, I'm gonna just leave him there, and then he can push harder, and maybe we'll switch out. Maybe we won't. But I'm gonna try to go deal with these para elements over here and try to surround him. All right. So quick review of how this worked out. Oh, sorry, Dave. I'm transmitting. That was shitty. So
It's all right. Nothing critical was given away.
I correctly interpreted Dave's moves in Eindhoven. He is moving to Schindel, which I want to control because I need to control the supply dumps, so he can't repair these bridges. And he is moving to Oss because he's going for Ravenstein, so that was correct in getting him here. This is going to be a shit show. This is just going to be a total shit show. And up here, not a whole lot new is happening, except now he's fighting Lippert. So I'm going to save the game again real quick.
Okay.
Alright, let's hit next. And we're going to be fighting in Eindhoven this turn. Oh, this is the worst force that I normally get because these Urzits don't even have training. No training. Awesome. Alright, I'm ready. I don't know what the battle group looks like. My goal is to delay Dave for a turn here. That's all I'm going to get, but that'll be fine.
Not super pleased with what it gave me here. I think I made a mistake.
Did you put the wrong group on top?
All right.
Hey, look at the tabs up in editing the battle group. Okay, so it does let me actually move the 8.8 centimeter flags, which is kind of cool. I mean, Dave's going to be coming in here. You have to kind of decide how close you want to play this. You know, I mean, it's a pretty tall map, the Eindhoven board. I mean, an 8.8 centimeter flak will absolutely hose up a tank. Like, no question. No question. But, yeah, my goal here is probably just to bottle out as soon as I can. Because there's not a version of this that ends with me not getting strong pointed by tanks. So, let me see what I can defend here. You do need this to last for a turn. There's not... Gives me good transverse coverage for like a very short place, but man, this is going to be brutal. I feel myself getting more indecisive as the night wears on. This might not be a bad place to stick one of these. Because then, you know, it's like he can't necessarily cram 10 tanks down your throat at once. You're not necessarily strong pointing him. It's kind of like you're just sort of...
Oh shit. Whoops.
What did you do?
I had a unit stuck in the corner that I had underneath the map screen and I realized is there. So, whoops.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's not like you're up against the Venga boys or anything. This is just a small garrison. I'm ready. You know, I was assuming Dave was gonna take a bunch of tanks, but if he doesn't, I'm gonna look like a real asshole. Are you hitting me with the Irish Guards again, or is there another unit you're coming at me with? Okay, so Dave is just trying to smoke himself across. He thinks I think Dave consistently overestimates like the quality of infantry I have at my disposal, and just how how useless these ersatz rifle squads are when they're pushed. Like they really do. Their only purpose, genuinely, appears to be as spotters. They don't seem to have any actual utility in fighting, because I mean
It's
they
too
just
quiet.
can't be they can't be trusted to actually push anything off.
Guessing not for long.
Um. Where am I at, Dave? So I've got a machine gun here. I should probably start explaining my deployments. I've got a machine gun here. I've got an ersatz here and a Zug troop here. The Zug troop are like kind of decent. If I get pushed through the forest, they'll probably just end up dying here. But I want to sort of slow down
Oh, what? Oh,
infantry
shit.
advancing here. Dave's got some tanks down here. These guys are very little more than spotters. Same here. I don't think Dave wants to come up this way, which is kind of interesting, because this is probably his best option. I mean, if Dave wants to waste time, he's welcome to. He's already lost a quarter of his time trying to clear this board. He's got to get through Eindhoven in like 2 minutes, and if he's gonna just insist on taking this real slow because he doesn't want to lose any guys, then there's not much I can do. I would like to see some more reckless play from the Allies. But this is why Dave is actually so good at Wargame, which we play a lot of, because like Dave's meticulous nature makes him extremely effective at playing games like Wargame. Sherman 5. It just doesn't necessarily lend itself to this particular context. Dave is probably overestimating the level of anti-tank I can bring to bear. But he's also very wisely scouting with his infantry. He'll probably, if he scouts correctly, he'll see this before it gets a chance to shoot anything. If he gets a little bit aggressive with the Sherman, I'll get into a joust with it.
You're doing some real sneaky shit here.
Not as sneaky as you think. I'm just, like, it's a fairly depleted garrison, so I'm sort of defending you from angles where you can't necessarily bring your tanks to bear because I don't have a lot of recourse to deal with them. So it's like...
Right.
Because some of these formations are not bad, because I'll get a couple MG34s and I'll get like a couple Urzat squads that have some training, but my Urzat squads are the ones that have the no training, so they're literally not even useful as blockers. They're just kind of spotters. But my only goal is to delay you for a turn. I'm not realistically trying to, like... Come on, Dave. Get Sherman into range. A flak should be able... A flak 8.8 centimeters should be able to fuck one of these up pretty good. These guys out of here. I don't want to be able to strong point with that Sherman.
Oh, you do have AT. Nope, nope, nope. Oh man.
Well, the jig is up. I don't know what's up with these commander-seeking mortars. What the fuck is up with these commander-seeking mortars, Dave? Come on! I think they've artificially buffed mortars in these close combat games. Like, because the earlier close combats, mortars were not effective at this. Like, they did not dig units out of buildings. Well, you guys kind of fucked up your chance, huh? But 10 minutes is off the clock, so...
Wow. Holy shit. That was a lucky hit.
Yeah, your mortars have been hit more than they've been missing. Wow. Holy shit. Alright. Dave, can you do me a favor and just play with your tanks a little bit more? Like, I'm not saying this because I want to blow them up. I'm saying this because you need to cover some ground. You're half out of time.
Well, I'm glad you're helping me out of the kindness of your heart.
Out of the kindness of my heart, you've just killed one of my flak guns, so the transverse is clear. You know where the other one is. Mortared to death.
Lieutenant!
But I still managed to get a lieutenant.
Lieutenant!
Ooh. Yikes.
I do love getting lieutenants.
Okay, there's a weird line of sight thing going on here too. Ugh, this is frustrating.
We're under heavy fire.
Yes, I got a unit. I love how my little like Grisette squad just took a shot at your tank. That's awesome.
Das Blut!
I got a platoon HQ. I'm okay with it.
Not super cool, man. Not super cool.
So what Dave should be doing is he should be ramming his tanks up to these victory locations before he breaks my morale. But he's probably not going to do that because I think it interferes with the sense of fair play. So I appreciate that, Dave. I appreciate your unwillingness to roll over.
What the fuck is going on? Are you...
We're fighting each other, man. Ooh.
Oh, fuck!
You shoulda, why didn't you get more aggressive? Just roll your tanks over those points. You would have taken the whole board. That's what I was trying to tell you, is like you
No, dude. Okay, so you would have killed those with those AT guns, though.
Well, maybe. You took the one that was guarding the transverse out.
Okay,
You
so
knew where the other one was, so
okay, this is the most. Okay, so just to let you know, my whole point on this board, I didn't even try to want to take the entire board. I just wanted to take the way into Niederwetten. And that's the only point that it didn't give me.
yeah, Dave, that's exactly why I threw all my
Even though I
fucking
was-
stuff on top of it.
Literally right there. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm sorry,
Well,
Dave.
that's a major victory for you, I would say.
Yeah, I'm very pleased with that. That's
Holy fuck. I don't understand why it gave me the victory locations that were furthest away.
probably because I still had troops on that victory location. So
That's so frustrating. Like the morale victories, like, are very frustrating. All right. Well, fuck. That was literally the only thing I needed to do there. Okay. Well. Okay.
This is actually like what made Market Gardens so unsuccessful. So I've got this is just an infantry division that I'm fighting
Stupid
you with.
game mechanics. Yeah.
So is this a meeting engagement or were you here?
I believe it's. I don't remember.
Let's find out. The map will tell us. You were here. Fuck. Oh boy, this is a real death zone that I get to start in. Alright, what do we got here? We're gonna need the martyr for sure.
Okay. So it won't let me do that. Oh wow. Okay, I see why. That would make sense.
Information pool. More Civil War cannons. I need the martyr. Dave, it's my duty to inform you that technically this battle group can take armor. So whether doing so would be a wise decision, and the quality of the armor I will leave ambiguous, but definitely don't need a Panzerschreck.
All right, let's go.
Hold on a second. I need to just look at what I got. I've actually got a lot of choices here, so. But I think we're gonna go with this. This will be fine. Okay. So Dave can start.
Great deployment, close combat. Once again.
Dave, am I detecting some rising salt levels?
This has been a very bad night for the Allies.
Well, the second day is when everything started to go wrong.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's historical then. Given our stream audience a historical reenactment, as opposed to a potential changing of history. I guess that won't be happening today.
Oh, Dave, come on, buddy.
Well, this is the map in history where the Allies defended a zone that had no actual historical significance.
I mean, there's a huge supply.
Yeah.
So, I think that's kind of like the. All right, let me think about what actually is valuable on this board and how to approach it. Okay, well, to break out of my zone, I need to take the mayor's house and I need to take St. Odin Road. So, like, barring anything else, I need to do that. I need to do that in such a way that I don't fucking immediately die. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a guy there, so let's like get inside this house as quickly as one can. This is a grenadier with an MG. So my assault team is gonna be a Zug troop. Use this as support for that. Can you guys see that from here? Not really, huh? Why don't you guys just kind of like pivot here? So my goal is to sort of identify what territory I need to control to actually break out here, and then yeah, so I need to make sure that nobody gets into this two-story building here. That's completely crucial. And then I might pivot to taking shots at the mayor's house. I really need to take that, but before I can do that, I need to make sure that so these guys are gonna have to move down this way. There's gonna be a Zug troop with them. You know what? The Grenadiers with the MGs are gonna go here. Just get into this house however you can do it. Hopefully I don't get too much friendly fire from this.
Oh, that's a weird line of sight thing.
Yeah, I don't quite have enough infantry to make this work the way I want it to, so we're going to have to play this in sort of a weird way. But I'm hoping Dave doesn't stack too far up, but you never know how this is going to work, and I don't know how big of a battle group he has, so if we get out of this just having kind of captured a couple areas, we've at least kept him from controlling the supply dump, which is sort of what I wanted to do with this battle group anyways, so we just need to sort of stay on the board, and hopefully we can move out.
Does that make sense?
I'm pretty sure he's going to have a guy here. He might try for this building. I don't think Dave's going to have much AT, but he might have a bazooka team, so we're going to play pretty close with the Martyr. He's definitely going to have a squad in here. So
Not there.
let's just open up with the mortar. Saying hello to that. And see where that takes us. Because yeah, this could be rough. This could be really rough. But ultimately, you know, I don't really need to take this board. I just need to pin down one of Dave's battle groups. And if I can do that, I'm okay with it. Because he's the one that needs to control this. I'm the one that just needs to exist here. So as long as I can take a couple things to make this defensible for me, Dave is going to be in a position where he has to try to push me off the board. And that sort of shifts the initiative to him. Which means I can just kind of switch into defense mode. So, alright, Buckaroo, baby boy, I'm ready to rock and roll. I mean, you've got a fairly simple deployment of gunning me down inside my deployment zone, so, like, don't think too hard about it. Okay, so Grenadier with an MG is just a Grenadier squad that has, like, an MG-34 with it.
Oh. Wow. Nice work there.
Keep your heads down.
love it if one of you did what I wanted. Just one. These are SS, aren't they? Or like
No, they're regular infantry division.
elite troops. Yeah, I'm assuming so.
No, these are just regular infantry division. They're not like shitty replacements, but they're not SS. This is the dumbest move I've done yet, but... My self-platoon is managing this fairly well. So we'll, Oh shit, get back inside, boys. Oh boy.
Jesus, it's 12.
Sorry, buddy. We can stop after this if you want.
No, no. Jesus.
dead by yet now? Come on.
Well, I gotta give it to you. You executed like a textbook attack and somehow got out of a very terrible zone.
Well, Dave, I may not be a very good person. I may not be a very good husband. I may not be very good at my job. But I'm okay at close combat.
Taking fire!
I don't know how you did it, but I've had the best luck with your troops this game.
But Dave, what if I told you it wasn't luck, but
Wow,
tactical
that is
genius?
Ridiculous. Is this like a unit of Fallschirmjäger?
No, it's just the 59th Infantry Division. So they
I
are
can't hear you if
regulars.
you're talking, by the way.
Sorry. I said it's just tactical genius. They're not Fallschirmjäger, they're just the 59th Infantry Division. So they are line regulars, but they're not, like, elite troops.
They're very good in hand-to-hand combat, or like close combat, I've noticed.
You're either coward or stunned in all of his attacks, which is why I'm winning.
Not the one on the bottom. Those first battles on those bottom buildings.
I had a mortar that fired on that as soon as the battle started, because I knew you were going to have a sort there. And any sort of mortar shells landing here,
Yeah, I've done that in previous games and did nothing. Wow, you're gonna push me off the board. I did have a unit in a place that I actually lost it at the beginning, so it's stuck in a forest. It's kind of a critical unit too, by the way. Yeah. Yikes.
GG, bud.
Nice work, buddy.
GG, man. That was,
I don't know how the fuck you did that, but like all of the like I know what you did with the tank at the beginning, so or the whatever the armor thing.
it's a Martyr 3, so it's like half of a tank.
It probably would have been smarter to deploy back, but honestly, given the troops that you had, I don't think that would have helped.
I mean, they weren't elite troopers. This is the 59th Infantry Division, so they're like Wehrmacht regulars. So they're not bad troops. Like, let me look at what my actual quality of them was. Like, most of them are either yellow or green. So they've seen battle, or they're I've got a couple squads that were experienced. Wow, I had a sergeant earn a Iron Cross with Knight's device for getting 6 kills this game.
Yeah, you obliterated me here. I don't even know how to say that any better, but you obliterated me, and I don't
Ooh.
even know what to do
Hey,
next.
there's also a device I don't recognize. One of my other sergeants. I had a number of decorations in this battle. I don't know what this is. Let me look up Nazi German medals, or unless you want to get on the stream and look at it for me. But
No,
I've
it's
never
fine.
seen this one before. You killed a couple of my teams, to be fair, but yeah, that definitely was over to me. Oh, I have 2 of these. These Grenadier squads really were quite good. Um, but yeah, I mean, we can talk about it later if you wanna know like what I did. Um,
I mean, I think you just had force superiority in, and you just suppressed a lot of my guys one at a time. So I mean, it was my mistake to deploy the way I did, but yeah.
all right, now we've got
Yeah, I'm gonna call it tonight too, by the way, because
for sure.
I need to get going. But
So this next battle will be with Fallschirmjäger. These are, but they actually don't look like they're that experienced of Fallschirmjäger, so I don't really know. Kind of the thing about Fallschirmjäger is they tend to have really large teams. So, um, yeah, I feel kind of bad about that last battle, to be honest. So I didn't want to just like fuck you up really bad. I mean, I did, but like, you know, in a way that you would find fun. So.
well, it was just kind of infuriating how poorly all of the defending units performed. And I know I understand. Like I'll watch the replay later, but like I think some of it is like they went in with. Well, they didn't go in with that badly of fatigue.
So part of the problem is that you were toe holding my deployment zone. And there were 2 places at the very start of the game where I knew you would have units. One of them was in the 3-story building, and one of them was in that building in the south. So I had multiple machine guns that were targeted on those right at the start. And I had a mortar targeted on your guys at the south. So I had like 2 squads set up to assault them the moment they were suppressed. And it's just like typically I find that toe holding deployment zones is sort of a situational thing, and in that particular instance it was sort of obvious the places you were going to be. And once I was out, it was like these guys performed really well. But what I was able to do in a lot of cases was um, I was able to get like I always had 3 squads suppressing whatever position I was trying to push. So I had like a lot of really good. It was a very dense engagement where I was able to kind of just do really good fire and suppression tactics to just sort of like get through those buildings. One of the things I notice you do, sorry, I know this is obnoxious to hear someone tell you how to play the game. One of the things I do notice you do though sometimes is you'll suppress a unit and then you'll attack into it from the direction that it's suppressed. You can actually issue waypoints with the shift key.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware, but like I don't think I never attacked a unit in that battle.
No, I'm not in that battle. I'm just saying like I think a lot of times you feel like your attacks are ineffective, but it's because typically you are trying to charge a unit from the direction that it's defending. But what you can do is you can sort of
I
run
wouldn't
around.
say I normally do that. I mean, there's a few situations where I had no choice, like that machine gun nest in the previous game, because there were literally there's just one funnel. You had to
Sure.
run down that
That
funnel.
was sort of a separate scenario. I mean, like when you try to
Yeah.
push buildings specifically. But yeah, that's. I mean, that also was
I
just me being really
suppose. No,
lucky.
you're right. You're right. I mean, it really depends. I'd have to look back at some of the previous engagements, but it's very hard to position units on the side and then get them to. You have to. I mean, I understand you can do it, but it depends how many units you have. And I found that in a lot of times when I've been attacking, I end up having maybe 2 units. And so if you defend with one or you suppress with one, you can kind of charge in with the other. But
Right.
it really depends, I guess, and how you've maneuvered your troops in the building. But you're right. I mean, you're right in theory. At least.
I would suggest, yeah, if you want to know what happened, I'd watch the battle because it doesn't seem as unbelievable from my side of the board. but also like the part of that was also I got a couple lucky hits in at critical times. Like the fact that your mortar squad was deployed forward was correct, and that would have been great if I hadn't had a Martyr 3 looking at it. And somehow I was
Yeah.
able to spot it, and I'm actually not quite sure how that happened. But like that's the only vehicle this entire group has is the Martyr 3. So it's
Well, I mean, you devastated that battle group. I mean, I had 3 bazookas on the board. You killed 2 of them, and a sniper. I had a lot of support units. I probably had too many support units, if I would say anything. So, but I didn't know how much armor you had, so I kind of assumed there were going to be a few pieces, and I don't know. I guess the same experience as with that other map is the bazookas are never in the right position,
mhm.
and it's a lot easier to maneuver a tank in the streets and kind of anticipate where the enemy is going to set up with the bazooka than it is to actually move the bazooka to ambush without getting killed.
Yeah. Well, are you sneaking your bazookas?
Now, I mean, I'm sure you could, having had some experience with that, you probably know some tricks, but
yeah,
it's
I
just
feel like
frustrating
I feel bad.
experience. I took 3 bazooka teams. I probably should have just dropped them all and just focused on fighting your infantry, and I might have been able to hold in the south.
Yeah, I mean a martyr. It's one of those things where it's like, do I take a bazooka for it or not? Because a mortar can kill a martyr. A 60 mm because it's an open-topped vehicle. So a 60 mm mortar that pinholes a martyr, like you could have got me. Like that could have been the opening shot of the battle was they pinholed the martyr. It's kind of hard to do, but like it happens. Um, Taking 3 bazooka teams is probably a bit much. Like okay, just tell me to shut the fuck up when you want me to shut the fuck up, because like I have endless things to say about close combat and the finer points of close combat tactics. Typically, the way I like to run, if I know my opponent has tanks but I don't know what's going to happen, I'll take one bazooka team and I'll kind of put it like in a backfield position, like a quarterback position, and then once I've spotted the tank, I'll move it forward like a reserve. And I typically tend to just fall back as soon as I see tanks until I can kind of like see what direction it's headed, and then hopefully I can move my bazooka team that way. And whether you take 1 or 2 is map dependent.
Right. Now, I mean that's kind of what I did in the other map, and I wish I could show you my own. Like I probably should have been like saving my own stream, but you would have seen that bazooka team or the was moving around quite a bit, but you were able to effectively either spot it in time, and this is back in the Arnhem map,
Yeah, yeah.
or at least move back far enough that, and then they missed like 7 times. I mean I guess that's just RNG, but those are the Pyattes. But
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna call it there. But I guess, yeah. I mean, accomplished none of my objectives that round, so I would call that a win for the Axis. In fact, I actually do not think this is a winnable campaign at this point. I'm willing to give it a shot and keep pressing ahead, but I think and this is going to be my rule, I think that like I don't know what the actual campaign objectives are in terms of victory. I mean, I could assume that if I push the XXX Corps up to Arnhem somehow, that would be a victory. But I'm just going to say that when one side, one of us decides to capitulate, we'll just call it
Yeah, I'm not going to
the
make
campaign
you play
over,
it
because
to
I
the
think
bitter end,
that's
'cause that would be. I mean, I can't make you play it to the bitter end, but I don't think we'd want to. Like, if you get off to a really bad start, we can start over, or we can do whatever you want. Like, um, I definitely have the easier campaign ahead of me. I am not only playing as the Germans, and historically they have a pretty strong advantage here, but I'm also most of these boards I'm defending. And attacking is very difficult in this game. You have to have a pretty advanced understanding of the mechanics to like be effective at it. And defending is so much easier than attacking because it's just like, all right, where do I put my machine guns? All right, let's see where they go. You know, and like yeah, if you feel like you've lost, I don't really think you've lost yet. I think that like
no, I
once
don't, but I do kind of foresee that like after a few more turns, if I'm not in certain places, it's probably GG, because the Allies kind of need to do a few things in order to win. In one of those, I am struggling to do, and I'm trying to make my way there, but it is not going well. So
Yeah, this is a probably I love this campaign because it is so brutally difficult. Like I struggle to beat the AI when I play as the allies in this, and I am a much more tenacious defender than the AI is. So this is kind of fun for me though because like the there is no way you can play this game as the Germans if you just play single player because attacking in close combat is really the only worthwhile way to play this against the AI because the AI just can't really attack. So defending against the AI is just kind of a stupid grind because they just kind of like sit in their deployment zone and like, what do I do? So like this is interesting because you can't really play as the Germans in Last Stand Arnhem unless you have a human opponent. So um, I'm having a really good time. I kind of tell you're getting a little frustrated, but like I love playing games with you, Dave. And just remember, you're better at Wargame than I am. So
Well, I
it's
enjoy this game. I do. It's a fun game. It's a frustrating game, but I like it for its realism. I some of its mechanics are frustrating because they don't always. But I think that works both ways, so it's even. We both
yeah,
have to kind of face that. So I'm not going to complain about that, but
yeah, and I mean it's something where you get better the more you play it, and I have endless energy for close combat. So um, I think we have a meeting engagement between the Second Battalion, 504th, and Youngworks Fallschirmjägers next time we play. So I always think meeting engagements are the most interesting games because
Mhm.
like they're just always sort of like they're just these land grabs, and they're probably the most mobile version of close combat that you really get. Um, when do your
Right.
reinforcements come in up in Arnhem? Like, have they're not here this turn? Do they come maybe next turn, like later in the day?
They come eventually.
Yeah, sorry, I am
Yeah, I mean, it's not as soon as I'd like,
okay.
unfortunately. So,
So just to give you a little bit of like table talk, there is one reinforcement unit that shows up in Eindhoven next turn that is really scary. And I was reading about the history behind them
on your side, I assume,
on
right?
my side, yeah. And yeah, we'll see. Um, but I don't think you've really lost yet. I think we can talk about it at work tomorrow. I don't want to drag the stream out, but like there's some options you have left, and you know it's also like you haven't played close combat in months, so you're sort of warming up. Anyways,
Well,
I
yeah.
just want you to
All
have a
right.
good time, buddy. I just want you to have a good time. So
Yeah. Well, it's a no. I guess you can. The stream doesn't probably care about all of our talk, but it was annoying that I couldn't take because the whole point, like when I was trying to do in Eindhoven, was literally ignore your troops and just take the location so I could go off the board to the next turn. And I was just going to
sure,
basically bypass the city because I didn't know how much you had in there. I figured it was reserved, but I knew you'd be able to basically hold the streets long enough to stop me if I
yeah,
tried to go north. But you correctly, I think, anticipated that move, and unfortunately, like routed me with literally the one location that I needed. So that might have been a crippling blow.
yeah. That was probably the most significant success I've had in the entire campaign to this point. Like no joke. That slowing you down one more turn in Eindhoven is gonna help a lot. But I mean, you're gonna continue to just get more and more troops in Eindhoven, and these are really hard bred like battalions to. So once you break out, I think it'll be a little bit better. Like you may not win the campaign, but you're gonna start like you'll own half the board by the end of it. Like there's no way around that. So it's but yeah, I mean you might win the campaign too. I don't know. It's like I've never played this all the way through, so I kind of don't know what happens, and I need to look up what some things are.
Hmm. Well, you have a lot of units on the board, and that's what kind of scares me because I just went up against like that. I guess that last game I would call the first like real engagement between. I don't even want to say equal, but somewhat equal forces. I mean, we had some before, but that did not go well. So that doesn't really bode well for the the airborne.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm also really like I'm not trying to like be a bastard. I'm really pleased with that. That was my symphony, Dave. That was that was, that was my symphony. I really want you to watch that because I want to go watch that because that was probably one of the best attacks I've ever executed in a game of close combat. So
I'm pretty sure every single building, every single attack went well there. I don't think you ever failed to take a building, even though like I had units literally just looking down right at you as you charged across the street and could not get a single kill. But I think I mean, you had enough force mass to probably suppress my units in every like they probably like, I think you correctly pinpointed one unit at a time and kind of targeted the whole force piecemeal, and that I think that was a mistake on my part to deploy. I mean, I deployed too far forward. I was considering doing something different, and I was like, okay, there's no way you'd be able to do. And then I really had to bite my foot there because I learned a lesson, if nothing else. So,
yeah,
good game,
good game.
and looking forward to continuing.
Yeah, looking forward to later in the week. For what it's worth, the Nijmegen counterattack, these 4 units, KG, Fustenberg, Starsgaard, Greschik, and Goebel, they're more substantial than the reserves you've been fighting, but they are relatively small forces of poor quality troops. So there's not like a huge wave of shit hitting you in Nijmegen. I mean, there is, but like it's not like that infantry division you just fought. So,
Right.
for whatever that's worth. I've saved.
The bridge battles are frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. To say the least.
Well, let me know what you want to do, and I'm gonna kill the stream, but we should talk tomorrow. And
Yeah.
yeah. I thank you for playing. Thank you for watching, Zach.
Thank you for playing.